Yo guys, what's up, it's Vibe here, and guys, today I'm going to talk about the upcoming game of 2016 known as Tom Clancy The Division. It's going to come out 8th of March 2016, and here's a quick screenshot. Quarantine zone, remember that, because that's very important for later in the video. I'm going to talk about the plot with a walkthrough in the background, so yeah, please enjoy the background video, and yeah, here you go. The plot is a pandemic spreads on Black Friday, transmitted by germs on banknotes and sweeps through cities across the US. The United States government quickly collapses in 5 days. Basic services fail, and without access to food or water, the country quickly descends into chaos. The player is part of the Strategic Homeland Division, or the Division for short, a classified stay-behind force of self-supported tactical agents, leading seemingly ordinary lives. SHD agents are trained to operate independently of command when all else fails. This group is established to combat the threat brought about by the outbreak and are given direct authority by the President of the United States to do whatever it takes to prevent the fall of society and piece the city back together. Throughout the game, the agents will find themselves caught in a worldwide conspiracy and will be forced to combat both the threats of the virus as well as those who unleashed it. As the players progress, they earn experience points. They can use these points to customize their character, backpack, level up gears, and weapon and gears. This is basically an RPG game, so when I mean RPG, I mean your character matters. You have to make your character, like the highest level I think is level 20. So yeah, it depends on how your guy is going around and what level he is. It depends on how good weapon and gear you have. And learn new talents and skills. Players have to complete missions to learn active talents such as the ability to throw healing grenades, deploy automated gun turret, or use radar pulse, which can tag enemies. The game features a dynamic time-based weather system which may bring benefits or disadvantages to players. For instance, storms can hinder players' visibility and make aiming difficult. The game also features a day-night cycle which will change the behaviour of enemies in the game. The game's world is filled with dark zones. Well, as I showed at the beginning, quarantine zones, where a lot of high-end weapons are left behind when the military retreats in the game. What I think happened, putting it all together, was the military. There was this outcause, the pandemic on Black Friday, and obviously the army heard about this, so they put this all into a quarantine zone. In the quarantine zone, obviously, must have got overwhelmed by all the bad guys, doing all that stuff. So yeah, I think they left in the retreat. They had to leave all their good stuff because otherwise they would get infected, and that's probably why America fell in this game. So yeah, it is separated from the main campaign as it has its own progression system, and also you have to go through this big door, or you have to climb over a wall and put on gas marks. Players discover valuable items inside a dark zone. However, these items, known as infected loot, can be taken by other players in the zone and will not be permanently attached to the player's character unless they are extracted from the zone through a helicopter. Players can be accompanied by several cooperative partners. In the recent videos, I've only seen 3 people, but I think in the trailer they're trying to push it to 4 players. I'm not that sure. Don't quote me on any of this because obviously the game will change quite drastically, I think, before the initial release date, and other neutral player-controlled agents. These people, however, can turn against the player at any moment, going rogue. Dark Zone is the player versus player competitive multiplayer mode featured in The Division. Players' level and ranking may drop if they die too often in the zone. Unlike the previous E3 demo, the Brooklyn, Long Island, and Staten Island will not be in the final game. Instead, it will be released in microtransaction/paid DLC content. The Division is now expected in early 2016, 2 years after its initial planned release date. I think what happened was back in 2014, they were showing everybody off with the graphics and all that, but then they got carried away with the graphics, and then they just lost track of time, and in E3 2015, the game's final release date and player versus player mode called Dark Zone was announced. Its companion app was cancelled as the company considered that the addition of Drone will bring unfairness to the competitive multiplayer mode of the game. What they probably were getting at there is, if you have a companion app and your friend is on this drone who can mark enemies through walls and all that. I think it would feel a bit unfair if you did not have, if you were playing against an opposing teammate who had one and you didn't, because he would be knowing where you were thanks to the drone without you even knowing that he's there. So it would feel like they're either hacking, you'd probably call them either hacking, or well, just not playing the game and just being a little cheat at the game. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe. Please enjoy the gameplay, and yeah, thank you.